Drama Kingz podcast, man. We back yet again, time and time again. I'm in here with my main men, Kenneth and Rob. Holla at them.
Hey, man, Kennedy's favorite host, Ken Drippy Jr. Come kick it with Ken. I'm back in the building, man. I'm happy to be here. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Avis. Holla at him, Rob.
Man, welcome back, bro.
Yes,
Good to
sir.
see you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Drama Kingz podcast, man. Shout out to my boy Avis as well. All platforms. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Heartthrob, Lil Rob, the Bearded Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Bartholomew Franklin, Bart Frank, whatever you want to call me. Just call me something. Don't disrespect me. Drama Kingz podcast. What it do, man?
Hey, man, somebody love us.
Everybody love us, man. We just, we got to worry about the haters.
Hey, man.
You
We ain't
dig
gonna
what
put
I'm
too much energy into the haters, man.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
too blessed for. We
Like
too
the
blessed.
fire needs the air.
Hey, too blessed, man. You know what I'm saying?
One of
Shout
the
out
greatest
to-
samples.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to my boy 50.
50 years.
Oh,
50
Hip-hop.
years.
50 years of hip hop,
Hey,
man.
let's
Shout out
go.
hip hop.
it sure
Hey,
it is, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to hip hop,
Shout out to
man.
hip-hop,
man.
Shout out to
Like,
hip hop.
That's crazy. Hip hop is 50 years old.
50 years, man.
I don't know why I feel like it's longer. It's older.
Because we've just been running things for so long, like it's just been one of the greatest genre
When hip hop was created in the Bronx, right?
that's subjective to New Yorkers.
Yeah.
But-
We know it started in New York.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but the barrels is subjective. They get
yeah,
real.
everybody.
The
yeah,
Bronx said they birthed the game.
They did say that. I'm not.
So we started in, I don't remember exactly how it was started, so don't let me get the line on here. Stop me, correct me if I'm wrong. It was originally the DJ situation that rolled out, and this was like early 80s.
No, 50 years. Last episode, I asked my boy if he can read. This one, I gotta ask him if he can count.
I mean, when it transitioned into the whole DJ situation, because obviously it came.
Well, it came from disco.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
saying.
say, I feel like
When
I
it
feel
rolled
like-
into the early 80s, it was the DJ.
Facts.
And from there, we got real rap raw.
Yeah, for now,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
graffiti and
Yeah.
when you say the birth of hip hop, you really that's subjective because are you talking about the term hip hop or are you talking about where hip hop actually started
Yeah.
from before they were calling it hip hop?
hip
You know
hop.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fact. So
It's a big difference, man.
It was like beatboxing and
you know,
shit like that.
the B.E.T had the awards,
they did. They just
yeah.
had the.
Was it like a
BET
commemorative
hip-hop.
type thing for the hip hop?
the 50 year, you know
sequential.
what I'm saying?
Well, it was both. It wasn't just necessarily just.
Bicentennial. What that shit called when it's 50?
Wasn't it a bicentennial?
Centennial is 100, right?
Yes.
Hey, whatever. 50 years of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
We can't count.
But how much is B.E.T really pushing hip hop these days? I don't,
They pushing a lot of Tyler Perry.
That's because
Yeah.
Tyler Perry was trying to, he was trying to get in the dough, but
Hey man, shout out. To
Hey
Tyler
man,
Perry.
shout out to Tyler Perry. He said the whole situation was disrespectful
Yeah,
yeah,
fact.
the
during
bid,
negotiations.
they
and
wanted him
all
to
that
bid
stuff.
far greater than what it was actually,
You know what I'm saying?
valued at, I believe.
Hey,
So then that makes you go back into what you just asked. Like, is BET still the done daughter for hip hop?
Are they pushing the culture and enriching the culture?
I don't know, man. Hip hop is so vast now. You got podcasts. You know what I'm saying? You got fashion.
You got many
know
other
what I'm
ways
saying?
of
Yeah.
getting hip hop out
Yeah.
there. So but BET has always been like the forefather of how we received hip hop. Growing up,
It was
it's
always
from
a
the
vessel.
streets, Cedarsville, 106 in Park days.
Shout out 106 in
man,
Park,
shout out
man.
106 in Park.
Shout
man.
out
That
Freestyle
was
Friday, man.
Man, that was a good time, man.
You just had to be there.
Rap City, the basement.
Yeah, man.
Like, what was your favorite
Yeah.
Rap City basement moment? Like, who?
I have no real
no
recollection of.
Favorite moment or
favorite
most
moment?
memorable?
Just which one is both? Which one is your favorite, and then which is the most memorable one when you think about Rap City in your mind?
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, pause. But the probably the biggest moment Rap City the basement is when Lil Wayne and Birdman kissed, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That was on Rap City?
Pause. That was on the basement.
They didn't
That
kiss
was on the
in
that was on Tigger.
I know the picture part,
Bro, that was
they-
on Tigger
I remember.
show.
I remember that
remember the-
freestyle
Hey,
because Birdman had the.
That's when
he
he-
had a red
had the
flag over
flag,
a
yeah.
microphone.
bro, I feel like if I can remember right, that was on Tigger show, bro.
Because that's when he
When
was
the
pushing
man-
that "This My Son" with Lil Wayne
He
situation.
walked up and kissed
He
the
kissed
man,
him
man.
on a smooch, like a smoochy smooch.
Man, you remember the shit that was going
I remember.
around
I saw him
saying-
kissing in front of like a hotel.
Well, I
joint
remember the
one time.
picture like thing what they kissed or whatever, but
I didn't see it live though. They must.
Hey, live,
we
man,
gotta
that boy-
find that,
live
man.
and direct.
Kiss that boy on the
Kiss
lips,
that boy.
man.
Hey man.
Shout out to the LGBT
Memorable moments.
community, man. You
Memorable
know.
moments, man. I don't.
No.
All I remember was the Freestyle Fridays. I used to record them jokers on DVR.
My favorite one, most memorable to me,
Freestyle
was
Friday.
probably, of course, it's talked about a lot, but it's the Cameron with Dipset and Cam counting the money while he freestyling. I quite thoroughly enjoyed that.
I gotta look that joker
On the
up.
basement.
Yeah, the bass.
I wasn't really
I
pushing
missed that.
Cameron back then because he
Yeah.
was calling people daddy and they was men's. Yep.
Man, I'm not gonna
Get
lie,
him,
man.
daddy.
What
Get
was
him, mommy.
what-
You remember that song?
Computers Putin.
You know
What
what
was
I'm saying?
in our era, in our time growing up, what was the biggest show? I feel like it was 106 in Park.
Oh, yeah, definitely for the
For
culture
BET?
for BT.
From
for the
BET,
culture,
yeah.
yeah,
I think
for
it was
BET.
106 in Park.
It was
man.
always
Making a
TRL
band.
versus
Making a band.
But that
But making the band wasn't on BET.
yeah, it wasn't on
Oh yeah,
BET.
you right. That's
Yeah.
So
MTV.
if we're talking
My
just
bad, my
BET,
fault.
then you got to say 106 in Park was the
That
done
was
data.
MTV.
Yeah.
You know, like so. Which
Shout out Diddy.
Which variation of 106 in Park though? The Free and AJ,
AJ and Free,
or the
hands down.
Roxy and Terrence? Because Roxy and Terrence was slept on. Like they
Yeah, I'm not fucking with Roxy and
AJ
Terrence.
No.
and Free,
AJ
hands
and Free, like-
down,
AJ and Free.
hands down, not even close.
I don't think
Landslide.
nobody's fucking with them.
Landslide.
that's disrespectful. Don't do
I'm
that.
sorry.
Don't do that.
Landslide.
They not AJ and Free, but they had their moments.
Bow Wow had his moment on there too, but you know,
Is that when he evolved
was,
to Shad Moss? Like he don't want. When did he evolve from?
I think
Lil
he
Bow
evol-
Wow?
I think he
My
evolved-
name is Shad B.
when he got caught on that plane
And he was
capping.
capping.
I think that's when he turned to Shad Moss because now you ain't the artist no more. We need to start calling you by your regular fucking name.
Shad.
Yeah.
biggest. Can we all be in agreement that the I guess you want to say the biggest or the best Freestyle Friday person was Blind Fury?
Hollow the Dunn, B. Shout out Hollow the Dunn, 44 Acres Home.
Man, you know what?
What is you talking about?
Was Hollow on?
Blind Fury had to be the most popular.
The most popular, but he
was cheating, B.
He had to be the most popular,
He
but
went blind.
He was cheating.
He went blind.
He wasn't. He was blind. He was born with a super strength. My man was autistic. He wasn't necessarily creating the raps out of his passion. You know what I mean? His brain just couldn't help but his brain couldn't help produce hot fire.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Dylan.
Bar for bar, Loaded Lux ran Freestyle Friday, man.
Oh, the looks, yeah.
He ran Freestyle Friday,
A
bro.
bunch of great.
Shout
artists,
out to H-Town, shout out to Kiati, shout out to H-Town,
Yeah, big
shout out
facts.
to Hollow the Dunn, who spent plenty of time on Crane and Bane, if you know about Crane and
Right
Bane.
on.
You know what I'm saying? If
Facts.
you know about that,
Them dice
that
games.
area of Fifth Ward, the dice game at the Twins house, shout out, you know what I'm saying, Bane Street. Anyway,
Yeah, man.
you know what I'm saying?
But
But-
yeah, so 50 years of hip hop, man, you know, it's subjective of, you know, where it started as far as the barrel. But, you know, we know where it's at right now. It's all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the number one genre of music right now. Everybody's doing it, no matter your race, how you look, male or female, man. So, you know,
And I don't feel like hip hop is 100% about the music anymore. I think it's more
no,
so
it's definitely not.
media creation and media content, and I think music kind of played a back seat a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
no,
you know what I'm
you're only
saying?
getting into hip
So
hop
it's
to
more the
further your
persona
yeah.
of hip hop, the
Yeah.
culture.
I mean,
you
yeah, you know what I'm
the
saying?
personification of what hip hop is.
Yeah,
like a lot
you
of
know.
times you only get in hip hop as like a starter to fuel what you really want to do. You know, like a lot of people are going from
To
hip
go where
hop
you, so hip hop
Yeah.
is like a vessel to carry you to wherever else.
to
you know what I'm
wherever,
saying?
fashion, movies.
It's about who you know.
It's about, you know, like
You know what I'm saying? Who they wanna put in the forefront, who they wanna put in the limelight. You know?
Industry plants. You talking about
Industry
industry plants?
There you go.
now,
Industry
before we
plants.
get into industry plants, though, I got a quick question.
Okay.
50 years of hip hop, we've only been around about 30 years of it. The way hip hop is sounding now, do you guys believe that we will see another 50 years of hip hop? Or do
Hip hop is dead. What are you talking about?
Hip hop is definitely not dead. Hip hop is definitely not dead, bro.
I think entertainment is thriving more.
I feel like the sound is changing. I don't think the music part is changing. It's definitely not dead though. Shout out Griselda.
Hey man,
Shout out Griselda, man.
Shout out Griselda.
My boys just put me on Griselda today. So
we got way more personalities. We got way more personalities in the hip hop industry today than we do actual artists.
Yeah,
that's facts.
Because that's why I said I don't think that people
hip hop is dead.
I don't think that people are actually like dreaming of being a rapper or a hip hop musician anymore. I think they're just using it as a gatekeeper to something else.
You might as well give all these entertainment personality type figure social guys a shovel and just let them start slowly burying hip hop. The real backbone of what hip hop was created to be, right?
I mean, it just depends on what you're a fan of and what you listening to. You know what I'm saying, and who you listening to, and it just. It
like all comes full circle though, because you can't say pretty much of what is and what isn't hip hop, because for every KRS-One and for every Big Daddy Kane, you had Kid and Play.
Every Will Smith.
Yeah, you had a Will Smith. You had those type of artists. So
the artistry is subjective to what you like.
To what you like,
and that's with every music genre. It ain't just hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
it's the same.
Today's hip hop, the hip hop that we experiencing today, I feel like it wouldn't be that if we didn't have power players creating artists, plants, personalities. Like these artists nowadays are being manufactured, because a lot of these dudes, man, somebody behind the scenes pulling them strings, making it happen. Hey man, look at 6ix9ine situation. Look what they did to 6ix9ine.
We don't talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? But just as an example, you got people pulling strings behind the scenes. Hey man, just do this. We gonna pay you. I got the money to get you here. I got the money to get you in this dough. I got what it takes. I got the resources. I got the finances. I just need you to read off this paper.
Me personally, I never heard a 1-6-9 song. So,
well, you obviously we know what happened with him, but that was one of those situations where they took a product personality and built it up, created it. You know what I mean? Thrive from it, and in the end, But that's what's happening. If I got a big billfold, you want to be you want to be a personality, entertainment figure in the industry. I can make that happen for you.
So hip hop is one big episode of making a band.
Shout out Diddy, man.
Shout out Diddy, man.
Hey man, Papa Diddy Pop.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening, B.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
So
look at him. Look at Diddy. He creating.
Is he creating?
He creating.
He's definitely creating. New kids. He got a little She just turned 1.
I mean, like
can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. No matter what he do.
Putting, he putting plants out here too. He got products.
Who is an industry plant from Diddy, man? Speak on it. Speak on it,
Don't get
man. Quiet now.
Well, that goes in before.
Carisha.
You drop bombs.
Hey man, that ain't my fault. I didn't,
Hold on though.
What happened? How did that happen?
But she was a city girl before she was tied to Diddy though.
She
was.
What
I'm saying?
Now she what?
She got the number one podcast.
Number one part 2 years in a row from B.E.T. But
how that happened?
But it's subjective, because we just said, does B.E.T. really hold weight?
I feel like,
hey man, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Drink Champs. Should she have won? What's your opinion? Should she have won?
Should she have
won? 2 years in a row.
Well, is she or not necessarily should she have won? Did she win organically based off her content? Is her podcast better than those 2 or 3 other podcasts that we know that are significantly successful amongst the culture, which is $1 Million Worth of Game, the Joe Budden podcast, Drink Champs?
Did she win organically?
Or do you feel like, that a little Diddy Bop was put in place?
I'm not
so you feel like
Diddy Bop was back there pulling the strings.
I can't agree, man. I cannot agree. I think she won organically. I think she did, bro.
Okay, why is that?
Because
tell us how.
Women support her show. Women support more than men support.
Okay,
one. Go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
Have you watched the episode of her podcast? A full episode?
A full episode? I've only watched a full episode of our podcast. A full episode. Start to
Shout out
finish.
to Drama
Shout out to
Kingz
Drama Kingz,
podcast,
man.
man.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer,
Start
man.
to finish. Now, don't get me wrong. Drink Champs, them shits is long, B. They pause.
Well, I'm just going by. I'm just asking. Are you basing that off of?
Hey man,
I fell
it's cool.
victim to the pause button.
I didn't hit a pause, but yeah, pause.
We
My
definitely not running it back.
Yeah,
Please don't. Please. I
happened.
don't even want it to be ran back, but
Hey.
a pause because that's a.
But Drink Champs that shit long as fuck.
Well, I'm just asking
Pause.
because.
He brought it back.
Yeah, golly.
Damn, you just can't get around that motherfucker, man.
That's a pause too.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey man,
That's my fault.
No, man. You're not on veterans.
Go
Day,
ahead,
man.
Rob, man. Because go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, serious though. I was just asking you, Kenny. Are you saying that based off your own personal opinion about it, that you think that it's a better podcast or that she should have won? Or are you just basing it off because of what women support?
I'm really, you know what I'm saying. If being real, I have watched more content from Drink Champs and $1 Million Worth of Game and Rory and Mal, versus Carisha's. But man, I'm just speaking with statistics, man. Women support more. She had Megan Thee Stallion on her show. She asked Megan Thee Stallion. The clickbait was her asking Megan Thee Stallion, "Would you fuck me?"
Yeah.
Award won.
She asked that on tape.
on her show.
So no
on her
behind the
episode.
scenes. Like,
No,
on the
just
show.
on camera.
That was a
on her-
question.
that was a question.
Yeah.
Award won, bro. It don't get no. She asked Ari,
don't get no juice.
who was better, Moneybag Yo or G Herbo?
sex wise?
Sex wise, I believe. Who award won,
Pause.
bro?
No, that's nothing wrong with
You
that.
know,
There's no harm, no foul.
Award won because that's the
My
shit.
man can ask that question.
The women gonna click on it, bro. They tune into the whole episode. Her shit is like a TV show.
Saying shit like that, I can see how.
You know
where
what I'm
you
saying?
getting it. I because that's dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
It's extremely controversial.
It's juicy. It
know what I'm saying?
it keeps you entertained.
Everybody
and
ain't gonna
you,
ask some hard questions, me.
yeah, it keeps you entertained.
Bruh,
it keeps her,
you know what I'm saying?
like it keeps her.
I can't just say that she didn't deserve to win. I like you say, it's subjective because these other guys, the body of work of all these other podcasts are much more grand. You know what I'm saying?
So it's quality over quantity, because a lot of the criticism from other people, such as like Charlemagne and other people in the industry about her winning, was more so that she does not have enough content or enough episodes.
The body of work
the body of work
there,
is not
B.
there. So does it matter if you're asking those tough questions? It don't matter how many. It don't matter if you got 3 episodes, as long as you're saying, "Would you fuck me?" or "Who's better?" Is that kind of like
Yeah, just asking
It's
crazy,
just
ass
asking
outlandish
questions,
questions,
as opposed to a person like $1 Million Worth of Game that's putting in work every week or every so often, however many episodes that they have.
Okay. Here go a question. I'm not sure that these numbers are not exact. This is just hypothetical. If you have 10 episodes that generated 30 million views versus 3 episodes that generated 30 million views, which podcast is better? You know what I'm saying?
But you can't.
Statistically,
But you can't
the
say
one that produced.
Which one is going to win an
3
award?
videos.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you got to say which one that would probably win.
Which
Because
one
you
is
can't
gonna
say
win
there's
an
one
award?
better
That's
because
the
it's
same,
just.
But I mean, according to that, that's like the one hit wonders, situation. Just because you pop one time don't mean you're gonna be able to pop 10 times. Pause.
Hey,
But that's what she doing, and she didn't hit 2. She didn't won twice, right?
She
did back-to-back.
She ain't got the body of work, but I mean, apparently
The
somebody
media
thinks
is
so.
crazy, bro.
She ain't got the body of work,
know
but
what I'm
she
saying?
got Diddy.
But I
backing
also feel like it's more entertaining though. It's
then
more.
it's the clickbait.
It's
It's the clickbait, yeah.
It's the
It's-
clickbait, and then it's just the setup,
Yeah.
and it's just what I'm saying. And she's sexy. She's a sexy.
You think that's why? You think that's? I mean, but that would be a men base or fueled fan base.
But who knows that? But when
It
we're
ain't like
talking
we got a vote.
Women love sexy women.
yeah, facts. But when we're talking
right.
about who's
But you
behind
know
the
what I'm saying?
scenes, who's behind the scenes actually giving the award away, I believe it's probably more men in position in those,
And they got paid off.
You gonna step on some toes with that comment?
She got paid off, man. They paid off. Yeah, I mean, and,
But
Puff Daddy,
but you think about it though. How many clickbaitable, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms, does Drink Champs create on their podcast? Out of 4 hours of content on an episode that may be 4 hours long, can you just necessarily go get a clip that's gonna make you want to go watch the whole episode?
That's true. I don't think I think the difference is that with Drink Champs and Carisha is that Carisha, her clickbaits come directly from her. And then Drink Champs is more about who comes on there. Like Kodak, they got a lot of got a lot of attention for Kodak.
That's what I wouldn't,
because that Kanye episode was crazy.
Yeah, like
They
so
not
whoever
even,
comes, but Carisha herself is making the show.
Yeah.
As
That's
opposed
true.
to who's coming on her show.
and the other two are teams. You got F and then Nori, and then you got Wallow and Gilly.
$1 million worth of game.
Math Hoffa got a whole crew of dudes in that joke.
Facts.
Shout out to URL TV, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Math Hoffa and
My expert opinions is a podcast on you.
So I guess I think that also factors, that's one person that has all the pressure to, deliver. And according to B.E.T, 2 years in a row.
What's Carisha's right hand man name? What's his name?
His name?
Her name?
Who?
Saucy Alfredo.
Saucy.
You talking about? Oh, I thought you were talking about JT, the one she in the other city girl.
What's the?
Saucy
She got
Santana.
somebody to be on the show, right?
Saucy Santana.
Because I read somewhere the name of the show was based off of what her used to say to her.
Oh, probably so.
The whole saying was like, whenever something went down.
Oh yeah, Carisha, please.
He would say,
okay, I
Carisha,
got you, I
please,
got
and
you.
that's how they got the name of the show.
I got you.
Do you
Saucy
think
Santana.
him and his community is what's helping and aiding
I mean, I ain't
in
gonna
her
say,
success?
I'm not gonna say help.
like
I'm not
you
gonna
said-
say aiding, but the LGBT community, they like
They
that type of
they
stuff too,
band the fuck together.
I mean,
You gonna have a hard time. You got some beef with them niggas. They gonna come. They gonna come with it.
But
So
listen,
if you got
But are we just
we
talking
ain't
about
gonna-
podcasts or
we
just
like-
overall her
No, but
actual?
he said.
But you don't have to categorize, LGBT and that they like the same shit straight
facts.
people like.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
that's what I wasn't necessarily trying to alienate them that way. What I'm
You
saying
gonna get us
is,
cancer, bro.
what I'm saying is, check it out. If she got the women behind her, right? That's a mass. We talking about camaraderie as far as fan base are concerned. The
So you saying
LGBT
does she have an
community is the
extra,
same thing.
extra?
She got like two
like
armies.
an extra push.
And you said it yourself. Niggas don't support
Yeah.
niggas like that.
Nine
But are we
times out of
saying just
10,
for podcasts? Are we speaking on when we talk about Carisha? Are we? I want to be clear. Are we saying just the reason why she won the podcast of the year for those reasons? Or are we saying why she's winning? Period. Like in her, because you got to also take in the fact that she has a card game. That's doing pretty well. She has
Shout out to the Carisha
card
card
game.
game.
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
played it. We played it last night at the Friendsgiving.
So she doing business.
She's doing big things, So it's kind of not fair to say that Diddy is the only reason why she's doing big things.
That's my fault.
I have a bigger question though.
Right on.
The question is not to ask, is it because of Diddy that she won? The question is to ask, if it wasn't for Diddy, would she even have the show in the first place?
Had a shot.
That's the question.
I think that's a given though, because the
That's
show
the question.
the show debuted.
Yeah, she wouldn't revolt.
Yeah, on Revolt.
Revolt
so
TV,
I think
okay.
That's where
it's
she got
kind
the
of.
shot from.
So I think, like you said before,
That's the
like
connection.
it's the connection. Like you can,
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
ain't
put
about
you in this room, but I
Work
think you
it.
gotta kind of work the room yourself. So it's kind of like a give and a take type
They
of
just
situation.
manufacturing
But
personalities.
I'm not gonna lie though. Her clickbait is second to none though.
Right
You know what
on.
I'm saying? For example, Funny Marco. How many people watched that interview with him, G Herbo, and Southside? When they found out all that, when you start getting those little reels about these dudes being assholes towards, first, do y'all think that shit was real?
I think it was real because I don't think you can just script niggas being niggas.
Man, you can't, man.
You dig? You can't really script it.
You
If
can't
I'm being real, bro, you can't script niggas being niggas.
Man.
You can't
Niggas is
script
gonna
no
be
nigga
niggas
named
wherever.
Herbert.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't script that shit. it looked authentic to me, and I know a lot of niggly like motherfucking niggas.
Listen, bro. What was the white girl that was doing the same interviews as Funny Marco?
Bobby.
Out of nowhere, this girl blew up. She had Offset on the show.
Drake.
Chasing
Drake.
Tiger.
doing the
Now,
same thing Marco was doing.
The sarcastic
same,
type,
just dry humor.
The dry humor.
It's
Now-
really uncomfortable humor.
Now,
Yeah, it's dry.
now, all the shit happened with him, Herbo on Southside. They broke the man $30,000 watch. They was just being straight lames on the show.
Straight
if you ask
super.
me, the shit was lame.
Yeah.
It was
You know what
very
I'm saying?
lame.
If
That
it was
shit
real, it was
that shit
super
whack.
lame. You feel me? But after that, the shit just shot up.
Yeah, it skyrocketed. He got bigger and better from that point.
It's like right after that, he got the live with Nicki Minaj. He got Kevin Hart as a guest. He got Chris Brown as a
Breezy.
guest. Hey man, so was it real or was that all formulated to put to have him in that?
So what you're saying
You know what I'm
is
saying?
basically you're saying that you feel like that it could have been kind of scripted, correct?
Like he
you
said,
know,
industry plants, man. You know,
It was planning, B.
It was
That
you
shit,
know, it's
they just
I don't
created-
think it was planted. I think that because the reason why I don't think it's planted is just because of the simple fact of how it started off with Southside, and then how when Herb came in, the whole energy just kind of switched, and I think that that's why Marco was kind
like
of
this
like.
is the cue.
hey, listen,
Well, I think that's why
man.
Marco was kind of thrown off from it because I believe like anything, I believe that they know already how he gonna come, and so they
Hey,
kind
bro.
of rehearse it, but then they kind of went out script, and that's why he was kind of taken aback because he didn't know what to do at that point. Like, bro, we didn't plan. We
Hey,
didn't,
listen, man. I'm gonna say this: if you a man, teach your sons this. If you a man and another man walks in the room and your whole energy changes, that is super lame, bro.
Super lame.
That is
Super
super lame.
weak.
You know what I'm
Super
saying?
weak,
super
man.
weak.
super weak.
You know what
They
I'm
was really
saying?
weak for that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That, bro. Nah.
Yeah, man, don't get gangster when your partners come around. Be
Hey,
gangster by
man.
yourself.
Come on,
Be
bro.
gangster when it's just me,
Yeah.
you,
Hey, man.
and ain't no audience, man. Don't get an audience and get to selling tickets around here, man. That ain't what, this
Exactly,
ain't a
bro.
show.
Do not have selective energy, bro. Keep that energy with everybody. If that's how you gonna be, then that's how you gonna be, man, and you get more respect for it. But you don't get no cool points for doing a person like Marco like that, whether he defended himself or not. That
Bro.
you know, that was whack.
G Herbo came. He made a he finally came out about it. I don't know.
Southside came out originally. didn't
It's
it?
like G.
Southside said something immediately, I thought.
But it's
Yeah.
like I don't remember what Southside said, but it's like G Herbo. He never really said if it was real or not. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like tap danced
NDA, man.
around.
They got NDAs. They
yeah, he
can't say
tap
it was
danced
fake.
around. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, shout out to Funny Marco, man. I've never seen nothing that Funny Marco didn't do that was funny.
Nah, for
I think
real.
Funny Marco was like the first one that started the Walmart stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No, the public improv.
Super
Let's
funny.
call it public improv.
Hey,
That's a good
that's-
term.
Who was doing
Hey,
the like? Because
that's a
he
good
went
time.
straight to Walmart with
Let me
that
ask y'all a
man,
question. Should it be a BET award for that?
for public improv.
Yeah, like the
Nah.
like the up and coming comedians. You know what I'm saying?
No, because then at
BET
that point,
don't do comedy though, or they do. They don't acknowledge.
no,
comedy.
they have.
Shit, what was Def Comedy Jam on? Was
That was
No,
that
no.
HBO.
As far, I mean, as far as an award, like there's a merit for comedy.
No, they do.
From
Yeah.
BET. What is it called?
But that's the beat. So what we just had was the BT Hip Hop Awards, but the original, the big awards in July, summertime.
Yeah.
they do have comedy. They have like they try to touch on every aspect of the culture.
Of the culture,
So like
okay, I
sports.
got you.
Yeah, they do all that. But I don't think
I didn't
like,
even know that. B.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
the,
got you.
the public improv necessarily should be a award because then you would have people just acting out on stupid.
I mean,
Stupid,
you know,
like-
kind of make it somewhere where like you know you got to have like a 100,000 followers.
Yeah,
on,
that-
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. But you know,
I personally think that the public improv thing is kind of Marco worked it in his favor,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of personally feel like don't come up to me joking, bro.
I mean, a lot of
Like
these.
that's it's because it's too. You never know what a person, you know, who's. It's a prank. It's a prank. I'm not in a pranking mood today,
That
bro.
shit is dangerous.
That's
It's
very
dangerous.
dangerous.
You're
man.
playing with
It's
fire
dangerous
when you
with
do
people,
that,
so,
man.
you know,
Be careful,
like,
man. You can't just
you
be
can't
running
be,
up on
you know,
niggas like that.
dude got shot in the mall. Did y'all see that?
Yes,
Yeah,
Sirski.
dude got shot in the
yeah,
mall.
yeah.
Yes,
You know what I'm
Sirski.
saying? Like,
Sure
nah,
did.
I don't feel like that was warranted, but at the end of the day, man, you gotta. It's crazy out here, and so a person
But
running up on you joking, you don't know you don't know if it's a joke or not.
But jokes and these pranks is two different things, though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like a prank is more.
you know what I'm saying.
It's too far.
Funny Marco used to walk up on people and like recite lyrics or the one where he was acting like he was blind, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny.
Prank you'll put somebody in a position to where they feel like that there is something.
Yeah, something going
like,
on.
Like, bro, you didn't.
I
feel like you got the best of me right here, man. You made a fool out of me versus just You know what I'm saying. So I think prank is just a little bit more. Like, that's just an extra step. Like, you need to create an environment for that, not necessarily just expect everybody, especially in public, to be a part of what you're doing.
Like the white dude who go up and be calling everybody boy. I feel like that's very dangerous, man.
Don't do that, y'all.
He black though.
He's black.
The one that he going
big dude
in the grocery store and he's like, "Hey, hand me that there, boy."
Yeah,
he black. Man's light skin. Yeah,
he black, but
he used to be a rapper.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but he was like in magazines and
that shit dangerous, bro.
His mama must be black.
Don't that shit.
Creole or something.
His mama
rolling up on somebody like that, doing it. That's a prank. It's a prank.
Yeah,
right?
I feel you.
Don't
everybody.
Don't talk to me like that.
We in a digital world, a digital age, and everybody trying to get it some way somehow. But be respectful of other people and understand that sometimes you can put yourself in a position where you can get hurt. Yeah. Or you can get put in jail, or something can go wrong, and everything a rough viral moment, man.
Everything like this, 2023. It's a media world. It's a content creation world. Speaking of that, who would y'all going back to Carisha winning, podcast of the year 2 times in a row? If y'all had to choose, let's just say Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game, who you rolling with?
Shout out to both of them, man.
Shout out to both.
Shout out to both of them.
Shout out to both.
You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe you rather roll with Joe Budden podcast.
If I had to choose between $1 million worth of game and Drink Champs, I'm fucking with $1 million worth of game.
$1 million. Shout out $1 million worth of game.
Wallow and Gilly, them is my man, so I'm fucking with him.
I'm gonna go the opposite, man. Drink Champs, man. Just for the simple fact
that Drink Champs.
Shout out both of them.
Shout out both, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If I wanna watch a fire interview, I'm rocking with Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
If I'm in a mood for some like funny content, just some some good chemistry on, you know what I'm saying? I'm a rock with $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying?
They all bring something different, so it just depends on what it also depends on who's the guest on that time, because
I think that's what Drink Champs they thrive at, just the guests. Then you create an environment for people to get loose and talk, and just tell you their whole life story. But them episodes is just way too lengthy.
If I'm riding around in the car and I want to throw a podcast on, it's Rory and Mal. I'm listening. I'm rocking with that.
I work from home, so I catch a lot of Drink Champ episodes when I'm just working. I throw it on.
You right, because I do the same thing. I'll play an episode, or especially if something like controversial happened in the media.
Yeah.
And now they on the podcast.
It's very entertaining. I watched the Tony Yayo one. It was very entertaining, but it was like 4 hours, bro.
That's the only thing. Everybody don't have that much amount of time to invest into an online video.
Yeah, so
it's a new podcast I've been watching, man. Hey, Drama Kingz podcast. Y'all get a chance.
If y'all get a chance, make sure
check it out, man. You feel me? Shout out to everybody with a podcast, man. Shout out to everybody with a platform. Everybody that's giving,
man,
game.
Hey, Bo knows. Speaking of Drama Kingz podcast. On one of the last episodes, bro, you mentioned female songs that you just find yourself vibing to, and
tell me you fuck with it. Tell me you fuck with it. Because this guy right here, he's too cool for school. I don't listen to female.
I'ma say this, and 100% of everybody out there gonna agree with me. Lauryn Hill, X Factor, no matter where it's at, when it come on, I'm jamming it. Loud as the volume can go.
It's a classic,
top of my lungs.
It's a classic, man. Hey. One album, man.
I just don't get jiggy with female music like that. That's a preference, man.
No, it's not a preference, bro.
I don't got to listen. I fucks with Rihanna.
You know what Hey,
I fucks with her.
Fire music is fire music.
Fire music is fire. It shouldn't be no limitations. Now you got you're right. You're definitely 100% right. If you don't prefer to listen to it, then it's cool. But I feel like you're missing out. Like My Life by Mary J. Blige.
But he did say hip hop was dead, and you the motherfucker that's killing it.
I mean, man,
Michael Myers.
It's cool, bro.
Whitney Houston. Anita Baker.
Everywhere you go in life, there's
Tina
gonna be
Marie?
haters. I just want to say that. You did.
Even
Hey,
these
man.
days and age.
Say, man.
you know,
Like the fire needs the air.
Witness greatest hits, man. Hey,
Hey, that's another topic for another day, though.
okay.
It is, man.
There we go.
But
50 years of hip hop.
shout out to hip hop, man. 50
Hip-hop.
years, man.
Shout out
Always,
hip-hop.
every day. Let us know, man.
It's alive
Let
and well,
us know
man. Hip-hop is alive and well.
what y'all think, man. Is these industry plants becoming a real thing? Is that what hip hop is becoming? Is hip hop dead?
Hey, Kanye was,
Right?
you know, that behind the scenes, Kanye, he said Cardi B was an industry plant.
That's what I'm
Actually,
saying. Is it dead? Is hip hop dead? Are there real industry plants being manufactured and strategically placed in our culture? And
Hey,
in turn
man.
could be killing it, B?
Just because you put an industry plant in there don't mean the hip hop is dead. The hip hop's still there. Now how you got the artist, that's a different you
Right
know.
on.
And
We
is it
gonna-
lasting 50 years? Is it hip hop, in your opinion? Drop a comment, man, if you feel like hip hop gonna last another 50 years. Me personally, I don't see it, man. I think I'm in agreement with my boy Avis. I think it's dead. I think it's kind of
It's dying, B.
It's dying off,
Man.
man. You know, but
the
every
dirt
time
is being thrown as we speak.
But
on
2006,
hip-hop. Burying it.
2007, you know, Soulja Boy, Nas came out with that same analogy. Hip hop was dead, and it came back revived. So it might just be, you know, it might just be on
Listen.
life support.
Listen, man, I disagree with y'all respectfully. I don't think hip hop is dead. I think it'll be another 50 years. Shout out Griselda. Shout out Westside Gun. Shout out Conway. Shout out Benny the Butcher. Shout out Stove God Cook. Shout out Bodie James. Shout out Kendrick Lamar. Shout out J. Cole.
Facts.
Shout out Drake. Hip hop
Facts.
is not dead, man.
Shout out
It's
Bo
not
Nose, man.
dead.
They getting old, B.
Shout out Bo Nose. Shout out Battle Rap. You know, it's
Battle rap,
it's
man.
more. You know what I'm
It's-
saying? It's more areas of hip hop, man.
We gonna
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
man. We
Hey.
gonna touch up on it though.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's on the way, man. Drummer Kingz podcast.
Drama Kings podcast.
On
Shout
all
out-
platforms.
Hey, sound. Shout out B Banks, man. Hip hop
Shout
ain't
out to my
dead.
boy B Banks, man.
Hip hop ain't dead, man.
Drummer Kingz podcast on all platforms. Make sure y'all
Facts.
like, comment, subscribe. You see the pillow, push the button, ring the bell. Take them out, Ken and Rob.
Hey, man, it's your favorite host, Ken Drippy Jr. Come kick it with Ken. Drama Kings podcast. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell your mama to follow. Tell your auntie to follow. Tell your grandma to like. Hey, somebody love us, man. Why
Facts,
not
man.
you?
Why not you, man? Hey, everything he said and more. Drama Kings podcast, we out, man. Another episode. We appreciate all the love. Like, share, subscribe, comment, do everything that we ask you. We appreciate it, man. Vote
Yes, sir.
Nose, Hard Thought Raw, man. Love on your people, man. What's a life worth living without the one you love, man?
Hey,
Give us
man.
some love, man.
Balls.
Right on.